Hello, this is Frank Saline, CEO and founder of Third Level Consulting. This month's webinar is Innovation Brought to Life, How the Best Ideas Become Reality. Third Level Consulting specializes in having great ideas come to reality through our services to a variety of children's activity center industries, including gymnastics, swim, performing arts, cheerleading, martial arts, child care centers. Through our diverse education and resources, we deliver these ideas to reality in a systematic, effective, efficient way that increases profitability and revenues and decreases revenue and stress. As we all know, in the big picture of running a children's activity center of any type, sports, arts, entertainment, or education, there are the success steps that we utilize for a systematic approach to effective and efficient operations, including the Manage Smart, Market Smart, People Smart, Tech Smart, Finance Smart, Facility Smart, Risk Smart, and Inspire Smart. Now, when we start talking about innovation and bringing ideas to life, that's part of the Inspiration System or the Inspire Smart segment. And note that number 5, up along the ladder of inspiration, is innovation. Many times we have innovative ideas that we either pick up from the industry or we have ourselves, and we have to figure out how to effectively put these into play because we are always looking at the financial side. How do we take these ideas and bring them in to our programs, our payroll, our pricing, and add to the membership value strategies? So innovation and finance, of course, are very closely related. I have a document that I produced and paraphrased from Fiona Grandi, who's the National Leader for Strategic Growth Initiatives at KPMG, a leading firm for accounting and consulting internationally. And she says that genius is 91% inspiration and 99% perspiration. That was a quote by Thomas Edison, but she says that quote is still as true today as it was in 1902, which, as of the date of this recording, was 115 years ago. So whatever the next big thing is, only takes you so far. And she says the trick is to turn the ideas into reality. Well, she's a specialist in this, being their national leader for strategic growth initiatives, and I've grown to respect business process people quite a bit for both professional and personal reasons. Today, what they're saying is that leaders like yourselves, whether you're a program manager, an office manager, a administrator, an owner of one facility or several, you're discerning several subtle changes in the marketplace that looks at the next disruption down the road. Third Level's job is to help you do that, and our little crystal ball, so to speak, is only there because of the work with clients like yourselves and associations and our travel globally in a variety of children's activity center industries. But what is going to happen with these disruptive forces as they come in? How do we evaluate them for our own facilities, our own businesses? Well, she indicates that bringing the best ideas to life involves regularly refining our efforts and rebalancing our portfolio of innovative projects with a focus on 3 critical areas: how to invest, how to launch, and how to learn. So first, let's look at how to invest. And note this section in our industry, children's activity center industry, let's just take for example the ongoing rage, whether it's a fad, whether it's a trend, and I think it's a trend, whether it's parkour, urban gymnastics, free running, the ninja games, special needs, perceptual motor, tutoring, a full-on children's activity center model. There's lots of different ways you can invest in a program that's coming up. We obviously need to get client input in this, but the questions are, should we seize an opportunity that may not pay off quickly, or focus on improvements that can raise margins immediately? So an example of that might be, there's a new program that's out. Should we invest a lot of money in that, even though we may have to put a lot of marketing in it, a lot of people, meaning payroll and cost, and dedicate space and new equipment to it? Or should we focus on improvements that can raise our margins immediately, which might be marketing for programs that are already successful, and we just want to add a peak to a peak, keep pushing those. Just understand that, as Fiona Grande indicates, that too much innovation can starve a company's core strategy because of the disbursement of your human resources and your financial capital, but too little can erode your competitive advantages. She has some other great observations here as well. The next one, besides how to invest, is basically how to launch. And she indicates three strategic options for this. The first one's called innovate organically, meaning building an innovation or a program from the ground up. Well, this is the most expensive and risky way to do it. Businesses like Third Level Consulting, for example, we have to do this because if we don't develop the apps and programs and resources in advance, knowing what we know and knowing what we gather from listening to the customer needs, our clients, our associations, our service providers, our consultants, we have to listen to that, and we have to innovate organically to a certain extent. But for a facility, a children's activity center of any type, innovating organically is tough. If you've got a great idea, try it out, but understand that's the most expensive thing to do. Innovate inorganically is where you're already buying the product, the service, the technology, or the business model, which might be licensing something. For example, your CRMs, customer relationship databases, something like the Smart Moves platform, Third Level's new online dashboards, the Risk Assure Solutions software. There's all kinds of things, even as simple as QuickBooks or Xero or any other financial accounting packages, buying the services that you already need. Or the third way to launch is innovating with a new alliance or a partner. Maybe that means merging some businesses. Maybe that means just establishing a partnership to go into a new venture. We do this on a weekly, if not daily basis at Third Level, and I'm sure you do in your business as well. But that's how to invest, how to launch, and then of course what we've got to also look at is how to learn. And all that means is that we've got to make the most of what we learn in every single case, whether we succeed or not. Her advice is to employ a seed concept with the creation of a business case. Let's just say it's parkour or special needs. A business case supported by a small investment before launching into full-scale development efforts. And then assessing and validating. So she's got creating and then assessing and validating, which means you are looking at independent reviews and diverse perspectives and involving clients, your customers, in both the development and experimental phases to gain real-time insights. I love that. I think it's just great. And then, of course, learning and pivoting is what we are finally left with in every stage, which continually evaluating which of those innovation efforts should be accelerated, reinvented, discontinued, or more investment. Kind of like the Blue Ocean strategy. If you remember Blue Ocean strategy, which is in the Third Level Best Practices library, it's the four-step methodology of looking at a program or an issue and saying, do we do more of this? Do we do less of this? Do we eliminate this? Or do we create something new? And her conclusion is that creativity and innovation are the well springs of innovation. But we got to do the hard work to allow inspiration to grow into successful new products, services, and businesses. So speaking of that, and speaking of innovation, I do want to give you a sneak peek at the most powerful business management tool ever developed in the children's activity center industry. This is a sneak peek of the integration of all the Third Level resources into one single login with a multimedia dashboard platform. So for example, those of you interested in, more than interested, you're completely familiar with our Smart Steps. There's 8 of them, of course, as we looked at the very beginning. But in Facility Smart, for example, just as an example, you'd be able to click in any one of these areas and get the complete resources for any one of these areas: facility design, exterior, whatever it is. Same thing with Market Smart, Manage Smart, People Smart, Finance Smart. Click in any of the areas, all the resources would come up, whether it's documents, whether it's courses, whether it's webinars, whether it's other resources that you need. You'll be able to monitor your performance by clicking into your success dashboards. The entire set of courses and webinars that are available will be right here. Downloadable forms will be the whole share file setup, and other aspects of Facility Smart like the Risk Assure solutions to click into. If you need help with expansion planning or need equipment inspection or facility inspection, you could do that as well. So again, thank you for joining us today. Hopefully we've gotten a little bit about how to bring innovative ideas to life and reality, and looking at that 3-phase: how to invest, how to launch, and how to learn. We'll see you on the webinars, in the conferences, and online or on site. Take good care.